What's your self-talk like? Do you know? If you don't know your self-talk, let's check in with it right now. I promise you, you cannot afford not to learn your self-talk because it's that important. I'm going to ask you some questions. Answer yes or no where it applies. Is your self-talk positive or negative? Is your self-talk encouraging? Does it empower you to reach for the stars? Does it encourage and cheer you on when you want to give up? Does it believe in you, telling you you can conquer your dreams? Is your self-talk wise and objective, or is it fueled by your ever-changing emotions and feelings? Is your self-talk nurturing? Is your self-talk kind, compassionate, or is it critical? Does your self-talk honor your values? And does your self-talk respect you? Now, if you said no to any of these questions, let me help you adjust your self-talk. I would also encourage you to watch this video, Think Like a Champion, because it will really help you with your self-talk. Your self-talk really matters. Now, why does it matter? Because humans go in the direction of their most dominant thoughts, meaning we work to create our most dominant thoughts. If you don't like your life, understand your self-talk is causing some unnecessary conflict in your life, most likely. I would encourage you to hire a counselor or a coach or even enroll in Mindset Mastery to help you empower your thinking and your self-talk. Now, Mindset Mastery is my beginner mindset course that enables you to build a confident, tough-minded, and optimistic mindset. Go check out that link down below. If your self-talk sucks, don't worry, because we can fix it. That is, if you're willing to do the work, because only you can do that work, but it's very achievable. And here's the thing, the key is being consistent. You want to have consistent self-talk that is encouraging, optimistic, and filled with hope. One way you can start to learn your dominant thoughts is by mindfully paying attention to your thoughts. Mindfully observing your thoughts is quite simple, to be honest. If you've ever watched clouds go by or bird watched or even watched people, it's the same principle. But you want to be non-judgmental. You have to intentionally take off that critical and cruel attitude you may have about yourself and put on an open-minded and non-judgmental perspective. Keeping an open-minded, curious, and non-judgmental perspective is essential. I can't say that enough. I like to tell my clients to intentionally be a fly on the wall of their own minds. To illustrate this, it's like sitting on a park bench in your mind's eye, observing all the thoughts and things that are going on with curiosity. Today, I invite you to start to explore your self-talk. Where do you need more faith, optimism, hope, and mindfulness? Again, neuroscience, psychology, and even religion have proven we work to create our most dominant thoughts. Our tongue is like a rudder. We go in the direction of our thoughts and our words. What direction are you heading towards? Destruction or empowerment? I'm going to share with you 5 tips. I want you to start being more intentional with your self-talk by implementing these 5 tips. Now, before I share number 1, go ahead and hit subscribe so you stay updated on my latest videos. I talk about business and psychology, so see me as your executive coach or career counselor. Tip number 1, from today on, work on catching your cruel or self-defeating self-talk. Every time you're mean to yourself, apologize to yourself. Part of developing healthy self-talk is restoring the breach in your relationship with yourself. It's time to relearn yourself and heal your relationships with yourself. Being intentionally kinder to yourself is one way to start to repair this breach. Tip number 2, when you are afraid, anxious, frazzled, or acting neurotic, here's what I want you to do. I want you to parent yourself. Yes, that's right, parent yourself. We all have a little girl or a little boy inside us, even as adults. When that little girl or little child gets scared, comfort, nurture, and show compassion to that little child inside of you through your self-talk. For example, maybe you've had a really hard day. Nothing went your way, right? And you're telling yourself you suck, you do nothing right, and blah, 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 right? Nothing but negativity. That's the self-talk we want to extinguish, right? Instead, you would say, I hear how frustrated you are, little Elizabeth. I understand how frustrating life can sometimes be. You know, you did your best. And what can you learn from this if you feel you didn't do your best? Where can you be more intentional in the future? And what did you learn from this? Do you see how that's nurturing, supportive, validating, and solution-focused? Now, here's another example. This one is authentic for me. I'm intentional about leaving my comfort zone. Still, sometimes being out of my comfort zone causes me much anxiety, but here's what I say. I go like this. All right, you're anxious. That's normal for you, little Elizabeth. Remember, you sometimes get anxious when you're feeling uncomfortable, but you got this. You may feel alone and like you can't do this, but remember, God is for you, so who can be against you? Plus, little Elizabeth, your man, your friends, and your family, man, they're cheering you on. You got this. What do you need right now to muster up the strength to push through because you got this? Maybe take a break. Maybe take a break from work. Just for a second, regroup, come back, and you're gonna kill it because you got this because you're a warrior. Tip number 3, every time you hear yourself say you can't do it, challenge that thought. Where's the proof? What does encouraging yourself sound like? What does believing you can do it even look like for you? One thing I do when I started hearing myself say, I can't do this, I suck, I would intentionally shift my self-talk to what Jesus would say. Now, I'm a strong believer, and if that's not your cup of tea, totally cool, but it really does work. I say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm a child of God, and all things are possible with God. So come on, Liz, you got this. Now, here's another example. Sometimes when I'm running or doing hard workouts and really just want to give up or not put my full effort in, I imagine Jesus is right next to me, cheering me on. Then I make my self-talk align to what his self-talk would be. Like, you got this. Come on, you can do this. Do your best. Stay focused. Implement your effort and stay present. Every day will not be ideal, but if you're willing, you can make the best of it and practice acceptance in difficult scenarios. Number 4, start to say the opposite of your negative self-talk. Opposite action and self-talk in this case is so powerful. It's one of those psychological tools we implement as therapists. Opposite action. Do the opposite. Number 5, intentionally take pauses to check in with your self-talk. Deliberately ask yourself, what am I telling myself? What's my narration? What's my perspective? And if you don't like what you're hearing, do your best to intentionally shift that self-talk. So there you have it, 5 tips to empower your self-talk. Please share this video with just one friend and let me know what you found to be helpful in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. In the meantime, go ahead and create an amazing day because it's up to you, and know that I am rooting for you. Have a good one.